border of the mighty Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So LSU's offense will go on the attack first. The Razorbacks had their way in this rivalry game the last time they took on the Bayou Bengals.
That was a statement, too. I think a lot of people thought Arkansas could win that game, but they didn't know they were going to blow them out. And that really helped Arkansas in the recruiting trail, and it's really helping them with their confidence coming into this one.
They did. Arkansas used that full boot. They took care of business. They destroyed LSU. And I like what you say about that, Jesse. Recruiting, right?
He's got it on the left. Turns on the Jets. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary.
Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Try to get it to the edge. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Offense changing the play. To the air. It's Mooney. Got a man. It's Braswell. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They're going back to the ground. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Run in the red zone. It's Braswell. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good. He'll return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Dumps it off in the flats. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just... And the quarterback... Sack. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Guys, when you think about Arkansas, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Trying to get it to the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it past the marker. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Razorbacks are on the move. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. 3rd and goal, and let's see. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks join the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot Trophy. That's what it's all about.
Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
They'll run the sneak for it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. One final play before the end of the quarter.
Man, what a great job by the defense. You know, on short yardage situations like this, they can run the QB sneak. You're diving, getting as many bodies around the quarterback as you can, and it's just gravy when you can force a fumble and recover in that type of situation.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll try the run. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Kick is in the air. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Pulled and fired complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Razorbacks trying to find... Forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll give it to him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Braswell. Across the 25. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Platt. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Just keeps swinging it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Second down coming up. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Mooney. That's reeled in, it's McCoy. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Braswell. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pass to 45. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Grab near the marker. It's Braswell. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They open. Quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking to throw again. Throws for the tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Braswell. Turning it on. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Razorbacks are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Mooney. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Platt. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This crowd knows when to bring it. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He caught it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and...
When you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. To the air, it's Mooney. Flips it out in the flat. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Trying to buy a little room with that shotgun run, and they were lucky to get it back up to the 3. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Give to the running back. There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. Past the 50. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a golden boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on the line.
The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Using his legs, it's Durham. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back. It's Mooney. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get outside. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the...
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Van Buren. Got his man in the middle.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock.
He's looking deep. He's got it on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. LSU right back to the line.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They want that clock to run. Got enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mooney. He's moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now they'll run the draw. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The give to Davis. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. He wants a big play here late. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. The battle for the Golden Boot belongs to the state at the top of the boot as Arkansas takes down LSU. That will put the